Hey everybody, what is going on? So today in this video, we're going to talk about some Universal Orlando as well as Walt Disney World in Florida. So I got a really great comment from a subscriber yesterday in regards to my video that I dropped yesterday. I'm going to read you his comment and I'm going to kind of go over it with you because it was really interesting, and it kind of sparked my imagination a little bit. So bear with me here. So I'm going to read you his comment and then we're going to dive right into this. Okay, so the comment came from Rafael Marquez, and Rafael said, I was told that Universal is panicking on building Super Nintendo World in Orlando before the end of the 2020s due to their third park, Epic Universe, being shelved for now because of the pandemic. Disney doesn't have to worry about this for the new Avengers e-ticket ride since they own the IP themselves and can delay it for as long as possible if they don't have enough of a budget to build it as envisioned. Now, first of all, Raphael, I want to thank you for that comment. That was really interesting. Now, I am not privy to Raphael's sources, so I can't verify what he's saying. I trust Raphael. He's been a subscriber of mine for a really long time. But again, I personally can't verify that what he is saying is true or not. But what he is saying makes a lot of sense. A lot of times when these companies make deals, there are deadlines and quotas to meet, in terms of you have to build it by this date, so on and so forth, right? So what he's saying isn't really that off base. I mean, that's pretty common for these kind of deals. Now, how it sparked my imagination is Universal seems like they're in a pickle, okay? They've been losing a lot of money, actually more than Disney right now, okay? And now they're in the predicament of, like he said, they postponed Epic Universe, so they don't know when they're going to be able to fulfill their end of the deal with Nintendo in terms of building Nintendo Land, because that was supposed to go into Epic Universe, right? Here's the thing. If I was Disney, and if anyone in Disney is listening, which you're probably not, but if anyone at Disney is listening, this is the time that you pounce. This is the time that you go in and you approach Universal. And what do I mean by that? Disney has been wanting, full control of the Marvel theme park rights for years now. They own Marvel, but they can't even do what they want with Marvel in Florida, because Universal made a deal with Marvel before Disney bought Marvel, right? Now's the time to approach Universal and say, hey, look, you know what? You guys, you need the money right now. The pandemic is hard. You guys are losing money right and left. And you need to build Super Nintendo World, right? So what we can do is we can give you a ton of money, and in exchange, you can give us the theme park rights to Marvel. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, why would Universal do that? They have Marvel. Why would they want to let that go? That's a cash cow for them. Here's the thing. For Universal, it's sort of a dead end. Marvel at Universal is a dead end. Disney owns the property now. Universal, while they legally hold the rights to that Marvel Island, Islands of Adventure, they're very much restricted in what they can do in terms of expansion, new rides. It's never going to happen. Disney's never going to allow them to go beyond what the current island is right now. So if you have an island that's just going to stagnate and all you can really do is repaint it, you might as well offload it. You might as well offload that IP and put an IP in there that you can actually do something with year after year after year and actually expand and add new attractions, right? If they were to sell the rights back to Disney, make a little money from Disney, sell the rights to Disney, they could convert Marvel Superhero Island into Super Nintendo World. Okay? And if they did that, they would be more free to kind of do what they want. They have an ongoing relationship with Nintendo. They can add attractions years to come. It would be a much more fluid, growth-driven decision, as opposed to Marvel, which they're going to go nowhere with that. That Marvel Island is never going to get a new ride. It's never, ever going to get a new ride. It's going to stay the same forever because Disney's never going to allow them to do anything other than repainting the existing attractions and repainting the existing buildings. It would be in Universal's best interest right now to take the money from Disney, sell the rights to Disney, and put Super Nintendo World where Marvel Superhero Island exists right now. That's just my opinion. I think right now is a time during this pandemic when a lot of companies are looking for ways to make extra money, to offset these losses. Now is a time for companies to go in and make deals that might have been impossible a few years ago. Now they're not impossible. Universal's probably more willing to negotiate a little bit now because they're financially not doing as well as they once were before the pandemic. And they might be more willing to sign that deal with Disney. If I was Disney, maybe they can't come up with a deal. Maybe they can't work something out. Fine. But if I'm a Disney executive, I am sure as hell going to try. I am sure as hell going to try, because right now is the time they should be pouncing on that. Absolutely. Universal's looking for spots, for space to put Super Nintendo World to fulfill, according to Raphael's post, which sounds credible. I don't know for sure, but it does sound credible. They're looking for ways. They're looking for spots to put it because they can't put it at Epic Universe. Disney needs to jump on that. Disney needs to take advantage of that and see if they can use that, leverage that, and get their Marvel rights back to them in Orlando. That's what I would do. But I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this because a lot of people love the Marvel Island at Universal. And I get that, I understand that. But in terms of a business perspective for Disney, this is a prime opportunity, an absolute prime opportunity. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me that, Disney should approach Universal and try to work a deal out with them and try to get those Marvel rights back? Make the best of a bad situation? Or do you think that Disney should just leave it alone and let Universal do its thing and don't even bother? What are your thoughts? I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, have a marvelous day.